Now if you continue to run it in the microwave, you're going to wind up starting to cook stuff. I'm basically wanting to get this to where I can start chopping all that fat with my spoon. And now I know that I've got it enough that I've got fat in there to go on the bottom. And now I can start my actual full rendering process without worrying about scorching or burning it as I slowly warm it up. You've got to continuously stir this, very low heat, otherwise you're cooking. We don't want to cook, we want to render. We want to soften the fats and bring them to a temperature to where they're malleable. So I'll get that started and I'll be back in a bit. So we're moving along. Got my oil in here. As I render this, when I start getting enough, I seine it through. It picks up the smaller particles and so on, and it keeps me from turning the unit, the pot, into a deep fryer. I keep wanting to get that oil off of there. If your oil is brown or highly discolored, you've cooked it too hot. Might as well just throw it away and start with new fat. Otherwise, you're going to ruin your entire thing. So that's why I'm doing this. It's on my lowest setting, a 0.5 setting for mine. It goes 0.51, 0.12, and so on up to about 4. And, no, 3. And so right now I have it at 0.5. As I start getting oil built up in there, or fat, I drain it off and strain it, just so that I keep that pot from turning into a deep fryer. I'll give you an idea. This is pre-rendered sheep fat. We do this each year. I've got big containers and so on. But I could have just used this. However, I wanted you to see the whole process, all right? Just so you know. You can do this stuff ahead of time and save yourself a lot of time the day that you want to do your mixing. So we have our fat rendered, our meat mix ready. Now I'm going to just put this on here. That helps if I hit the right button. There we go. I'm going to pour my oil in. And that gives me a 15.10. So I need to raise this to a 15.20. So I need to raise this to a 30.40. And my scale just went out of range. I want my fat to be warm, not hot. Again, I'm not cooking. I want this mixture to rehydrate by soaking in all that fat. Okay. So I'm going to let this sit and soak until I get it to the consistency that I want. Then I'll warm it, drain off any excess oil, because my scale went off the limit on me. So from the look of it, I may have a little more oil than I wanted, or a little more fat. A 1-to-5 ratio is fine. You can deal with it, but that's not what I'm aiming for. And so we'll let this soak for about 20 minutes, keeping it warm. Then I'll raise the temperature. We'll press it so that I've got the right consistency that I want. It's an extra step I had not planned on, but I thought I was working with a 2.5 kilo, but this thing tears out at 1.75. I didn't know that. So I grabbed the wrong one. My fault. So let's get this done. So what I've done is I've got a little drainer down here so that any extra oil can drain off. I've got this. Again, I'm using just my cheese press. And go wash it. All right. And then I'm going to portion this into here. This is going to be my mold. I want to put a divider inside. If my hands will do the job. Another divider. There we go. Again, this is not how it was done historically. This is a more modern twist to it. I am then going to wrap this here. Put my bracer in there. Like I said, I keep different sized weights just for stuff like this. And I'm going to put just enough weight. I don't want to press it, I just want to have enough weight that it will slowly move that rest of that hot fat out, so I've got a good consistency when it hardens. And we'll let this sit for a couple of hours at room temperature and then come back and check on it. So it's been about 3 hours. Got myself some Ziploc bags here. Piece of saran wrap. But the thicker you make it, the easier it is to handle. But I hate wrapping and unwrapping stuff, so I can pull one out, either eat it or throw it into a kettle with some hot water. Here, you can just eat it as is. It will have a very dense meat flavor to it. I wrap it up normally about like that. That way I can use it in soups. This one was a little thin. I should have still cut it in half. I could thicken it up by adding some flour, whatever, to make it a thicker dough, but it really removes the flavor from it. I normally do not eat it raw. Normally I would use it to make quick soups. Bring a little water to boil, throw in some ramen, put in some of this, and boom, instant flavored noodles. I probably could have used a little less fat in this. Would have made it a little bit thicker. But it will do the job. Extremely lightweight. I can squeeze it malleable to pack it flatter if I want. So it conserves space, everything else. I think you can still buy this in Great Britain. I don't know what it's marketed as. See, this is if you really compact it, that's more how it should be. Just like that. I got a little too much fat in it. That was because my scales wonked out on me. There you go. Pack these down. Yeah, it got a little too much fat in it because the scales wonked on me. That'd be more like your family pack or your party pack. These would be your individuals. Roll it out, peel it, eat it, or put it into the soup, re-roll it. Cool, dry place. This stuff lasts for almost ever. I mean, it is fat. It will turn rancid over time. So you do have to use it. Right now we're in the spring. I'm getting ready to go for fishing and gold prospecting. So this is this will right here. This little batch will do me for the entire summer month, right there. So there you go, pemmican. Enjoy.